Hello, everyone on SciFiction Awesomeness. My name is Owen C. Cutter. This is
Mars
Lean Garza, aka Mars. We're coming to you live, simulcasting on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X. Today's guest is Kieran Burt. He will be down at Star Wars Celebration not this weekend, but coming up next weekend in Tokyo, Japan. He'll be joining us here shortly to discuss him being down there on the con floor covering the event for us for SciFiction. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Looking forward to seeing what he has got going on down there. We'll be bringing him in about 9 p.m. CST every day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is 14 hours ahead there in Japan, which should be like 11 a.m. his time down there. But it's 9 p.m. CST on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. I believe that's the 17, 18, 19, something like that. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week. We'll be bringing him on. Go over
next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah, that's right. Go over some of the things we're going to be doing coming up shortly. Man.
Okay. Again, if you guys haven't been following us, the past couple lives, I've mentioned our next event is going to be the Fan Fest, which is in the Universal Studios, Hollywood. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. It's on the 25th, so stay tuned because I will be going live because there's 5 different
like 6, I think, there's
exhibits that we're going to do. We did the Super Nintendo, but I'm going to do it again. But this time we're going to be live. And then after that, the next morning, we're going to shoot up to Las Vegas. We're going to do the Level Up convention, which is a gaming technology convention. Yes. And that one's going to be it's supposed to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But since we're doing the Fan Fest on the 25th, 26, 27, we will be there. After that, on May, we're going to be going to Nashville, Tennessee, to ICCC.
Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention.
Yeah, and that one is going to be fantastic. It's going to be at the Embassy Suites. Yep. It looks like it's going to be a very big event.
It's going to be a big event, yeah. Because it's the 7th year they've done this event. Mm-hmm. There it is.
But they switched locations, and the Embassy Suites does look a lot bigger than the previous one that they've had.
That's going to be awesome.
So June, we have nothing scheduled for June, but July, we do have SDCC, which we're very excited. Yeah. Fingers crossed that we get the Hilton Bayfront Hotel. We just applied for the form, so let's get that one. Then August, it's a In-N-Out sure on it, but it's the STLV
59-year mission. Mm-hmm. Next year is the 60th, so if we don't go this year, we're definitely going the 60th, so stay tuned on that. We're doing a lot of other goodies. Speaking of ICCC, we'll be bringing on Michael Havens probably on May 2nd, it's looking like, at about 2 p.m. CST, so stay tuned for that. It's about a couple weeks before the event. He'll be going over in depth about what's going to be going on down there in Nashville, up in Tennessee, and all the goodies that he's got in store for that awesome event. We have about 5 minutes or so till Kieran joins us. For people just joining us, my name is Owen C. Cotter. This is Mars Garza. We are from SciFiction.com. So if we're popping up in your stream, you see, hey, there it is. What is this? This is sci-fi.
Or let us know by you guys commenting, liking, and sharing our live right now. Mm-hmm. That would help the algorithm and have more people be in our views. The more views we get, the more people, the more special guests that we were able to get onto our content.
And this YouTube channel, follow that YouTube. We're going to be porting in like 150 new videos of this next 3 or 4 months. Not to mention all the content we're going to get from all these other upcoming events, like 4 or 5 we got in the hopper right now.
Mm-hmm. Really quick, if you guys want to advertise with us, you guys can go ahead and message us and we'll advertise you on our videos. Whenever we go to these events, there's ads that we put on there.
Events can advertise with us, also sponsorships. Any sponsorships we get, we basically take the money and put it back into the site. Most of it funding the writers and all the contributors.
We reinvest it back to the business.
Reinvest it back into the business. So whether equipment, camera equipment, software we need for editing, whatever. So we're looking for more sponsors, looking for more advertisers, looking for more events to cover. They can get us to come out there and get us some accommodations, a little bit of cash. We'll be able to come out there and wheel and deal and get all the good content for you, the fans. By the way, I believe Kieran is here on the waiting room, so let me bring him on.
Yay!
Kieran, how's it going today, man?
Hi, it's going good. You?
Doing awesome. Here you're going to be down in Tokyo, Japan next weekend.
Yes, I fly out on Saturday, about roughly UK time, Saturday evening. So I'll be getting ready to go onto the plane. Believe it's about a 13 hour flight, so a long flight. but looking forward to it.
Very cool. What kind of things have you been researching down there that's going to be going on the first, all the days down there? What kind of highlights you've got? I know there's some different guests that are going to be down there as well, correct?
Yeah, so obviously the main thing will be Star Wars Celebration. That will be happening in Japan towards the end of the week, and that I'm super excited to go to, going there for all 3 days. As you showing there, scrolling through the plenty of guests that will be there. And there'll also be plenty of like panels going on. So hoping for news about Mandalorian Grogu, the Andor season 2, which is premiering a couple of days after the celebration ends, and then Ahsoka. They're kind of like the big headline.
Season 2, right? It's coming. That's the one that
you're season 2 Ahsoka. Yeah. But then there's a panel for Lucasfilm animation.
Okay.
So getting some ideas, hopefully, about what the sort of next animated show is for Star Wars, as we've not had one since The Bad Batch came out last year. I guess Tales of the Empire as well, I suppose, but that was only a very short...
It's like a mini-series or something.
Yeah, it was only something like 6 episodes. And they were short episodes as well. So, yeah. So looking forward to seeing what comes out of there, and then looking forward to being on like the convention floor and exploring, seeing all the different cosplay that people have got going on. And I can see that they've also announced like they'll be like inspired by Japanese foods, making their own foods. So lots of different cuisine to try out, even on the floor itself. And then I've looked at some of like the smaller panels that I'm looking forward to trying to see if I can get myself to attend to. So there's like history of Star Wars video games. So there's one about sort of the impact of video games on Star Wars, and then separate to that is a panel about the new Star Wars game, the strategy game by Respawn Entertainment. Hopefully get some news about that and see where that's going.
Is that the new experience, like the VR thing they've got, or with prequel to Episode 1 or something like that, right?
Oh, I didn't know about that, but so there'll be that as well. So yeah, there's plenty going on, even in those 3 days. Looking forward to attending some of the more smaller panels as well. So like, so for one of the books that came out last year, was like a focus on a history of like the Galactic Empire, but from an in-universe perspective. So there's a panel about that, and the author is there, going to be talking about the book and a few other bits like history in a galaxy far, far away. So that'll be very good to see and hear from him again. But yeah, so looking forward to that. That'll be a very exciting time.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. You've got a lot of fans down there. There's going to be in Tokyo, probably from all over the world, I would suspect, including Japan. Yeah. They have a lot of the costumers down. They go heavy in the costuming down there. Is there going to be like a costume contest or any kind of big stuff going on with that you know of? Or?
I don't think a costume contest per se. I don't think there's been any in the past. But obviously, yeah, they'll go big on like the cosplay, and I'm kind of hoping that there'll be like Japanese takes on Star Wars characters. That would be really cool to see if that is the case there.
Looks like you've got a lot of fan clubs here too, like the 501st Legion, Saber Guild, Droid Builders, Rebel Legion, a whole bunch.
Yeah, I believe the 501st have like a few panels of their own, just to dedicate to talking about obviously the work that they do. Because they're very active in doing a lot of work. So yeah, there's like even panels exploring like Star Wars TV ads through different areas. Yeah. So there's one Industrial Light and Magic season 2. So
Okay,
Disney
they're making
Plus
a
today.
second season of the docuseries?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that'd be very cool. Obviously, Industrial Light and Magic is very, very influential, not just in Star Wars, but for filmmaking as a whole. So that'd be very interesting to see what they've got. I'm kind of hoping that it focuses more on like some more of the modern stuff.
Yeah.
As well, so they've obviously covered Star Wars, well, the earlier Star Wars movies
Right.
in the first season. Lots of Japanese inspired art is scrolling through there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be very exciting to see. And they've obviously announced some like Japanese like merchandise or Japanese themed merchandise.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
saw something like that. Or they got the pins here, it looks like, too. Everybody trades the pins now. There's some pins right there.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. C3PO lanyard, all kind of stuff. So, are you gonna? You said there's a video game panel down there. What are some of the ones you're really looking forward to? Some of the things you're like really excited about going on down there this coming weekend.
So there's one for Jedi Survivor / Fallen Order.
Okay.
Talking about like the fan love for those games.
Mm-hmm.
One that I'm hoping to attend is, so there's kind of a more of a niche one, but it's titled Science of Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
So looking at how so obviously Revenge of the Sith, even though it's a Star Wars film,
Right,
but it's got various connections to real world science and technology, from like droids, obviously being analogous to kind of drones, I suppose.
Yeah.
How would we make a working lightsaber?
Right.
So it's got a lot of experts on it, such as Dr. Yuki Neijai for robotics. They're talking about, can you really battle over a river of lava and what that would look like?
Nice.
So that would be, I think that kind of thing is very interesting. So hoping to get into that. I believe a lot, apart from like the major panels which have worked on like a lottery system, I believe that the smaller ones work on like you just queue up and hope to get in line. So I'll be going there roughly about half an hour before the panel starts to queue. And yeah, hoping to get in. They've already released so like a Star Wars Celebration Japan app, which has a map of like the convention floor on the app, so you can see where the different halls are, so you can already get a sense of where you need to go for different panels, and that's really helpful.
It's a big organism. There's probably a lot of programming down there for that weekend too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of panels. So there's like a collector's social that's happening across the different days.
Sounds absolutely amazing. You got the games interactive here. I was looking a little bit at this. You've got Star Wars Outlaws, and then I think this might be part of the apps you were talking about here on the side. Well, these are the apps I guess they're going to be featuring down there. You mentioned Jedi Survivor, got a whole bunch of games, and then all this was going to be featured. This is absolutely amazing. They have tons of stuff here on StarWars.com, and they've got, of course, this Japan. The new art is absolutely gorgeous. You're going to be doing a lot of stuff also, aside from Celebration, outside the event, I believe, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So, like I say, I'm arriving in Japan a little less than a week before Celebration's taking place, and in that time, I'll be staying in Tokyo, hoping to go to sort of explore like Japan's kind of pop culture. So, for example, Godzilla. There's like the Hotel Godzilla with like a mock of Godzilla's head kind of peeking out. So that'll be really exciting to go see. And I'm obviously hoping to take I will be taking lots of photos and videos throughout the event, and then sharing them with you to put out. So there's the Pokemon Center in Japan. So obviously Japan is the home of Pokemon, and it's like got different Pokemon stores dotted about Tokyo. So there's one in Shibuya, which I'm hoping to go to because that's also near Shibuya Crossing, which is one of the busiest crossings in the world. So go there and see that in action. There's the life-size Gundam on the artificial island in sort of, I believe, Tokyo Bay, where I'm actually staying sort of nearby that area.
Okay.
So that'll be quite easy to get to.
Doesn't that thing move or something? Like moves or something? It's like robotic too, right?
Yeah. So it does have some movement. I think it has like some lights on it as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that would be very cool to see. Obviously, they've got loads of retro arcades across there, so it'd be really cool to go probably in the evening when it's all lit up to see some of these retro arcades and have a go on a few. So
that's awesome. The video games, speaking of video games, Japan is so big in video game culture. They've got a lot of video game retro stores and shops down there. And then when you go back, like before, I guess after at Celebration, you said they're going to be demoing. I heard they're going to be demoing a new VR experience down there. I believe it's at Celebration that they're going to be down there debuting. It's kind of like deals with Sebulba, the character that Anakin had raced upon in the pod race and some other stuff. It's a new VR experience for, I believe, MetaQuest 3 and look at the other headsets. I would definitely, if you get a chance to check that out, I'd love to see what that's about.
Yes, I do actually remember hearing about this. Yeah. Let me see if I can get it up. Star Wars Beyond Victory.
Yes,
is what it's called.
Yeah.
So it's a mixed reality playset from ILM and experiencing pod racing. So I guess you'll be first-person pod racing in VR, which awesome. Will be very exhilarating and fast.
But it goes like 1,000 miles an hour or something there in VR. That's crazy. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
what other things are going on at Celebration? I know there's a lot of stuff, a lot of new shows. Is there any particular show in particular that you're looking forward to finding more information out, or any of the movies?
So I'm really actually looking forward to learning more about Mandalorian and Grogu. Hopefully we'll get some public news about that on there. I'm not expecting a trailer because I think it's a bit too early. It releases in May 2026. So I think it's a bit early for a trailer, but it'd be really nice if we got a trailer. I wouldn't say no.
Or a teaser or something. That'd be super cool.
But obviously with it being the first Star Wars movie in cinemas since the end of 2019, that would be really quite something if we could hear a bit more about what it's about, or obviously Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau will be at the panel, so hopefully some clips of it are released online, so that would be really cool. So that's, I think, one of the things, and I'm interested to hear about the next Star Wars video game. I believe it's meant to be like more of a strategy tactics focused title.
Okay.
So I guess not an open world, kind of similar to Star Wars Outlaws or Star Wars Survivor. So be nice to see that expansion, that difference, see how what era that's set in, or will it set multiple eras and all that kind of thing.
See what they do with the game. I know one of the games they just discontinued support on the app game. It was Star Wars, kind of like a Melee. What was that one called?
Star Wars Hunters.
Yes, that was a cool game. I enjoyed playing it. Why they stopped the updates on that, but it's a fun game to play.
Yeah, it was a shame that. So it would be really cool if we got some news on Jedi, like the third installment in like the Cal Kestis story, because they have sort of confirmed that's coming. EA has confirmed that's coming, but I feel like that's going to be a long way out. I don't think we're going to hear a lot about that. Be cool if we did. Like I say, hopefully.
Very cool if we did. Yeah, I like the last one. I like the little droid he has, the little pocket droid he has that goes there.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm blanking on the name of.
I know, me too. But it's a great little droid he's got. And he's got all the character development and that's one of the greatest games. Survivor, this new one. I think you said they're debuting down there somewhere. Are you sure talking about this one?
So they've got kind of. So obviously it's got quite a following, Survivor and Fallen Order. So there's, I think, some sort of creator-hosted panels talking about just their love for Fallen Order and Survivor. So that'll be really cool.
There's so much content going on down there. It's going to be absolutely amazing. They have a lot of, like you said, the Japanese influenced art. They've also got the anime going on down there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that. Is there any panels down there you've seen going over any of the anime stuff they've got going on there with the new Star Wars anime?
Yes. So the Star Wars Visions. Yes, there'll be a panel about season 3, especially as that's mostly Japanese studios that will be like creating the 3rd season of Star Wars Visions.
Correct.
Again, that would be cool if we really got a trailer, because I think it takes Star Wars to like a really unique place. You know, they can just go do what they want without thinking about how it fits in the canon and explore all these different anime styles. And yeah, I think there's definitely a panel on that. Hopefully that releases on Disney Plus at some point this year as well.
Yeah.
Because that would be really cool. And then obviously there's more news on hopefully the publishing side.
Yes.
Because I believe that the High Republic sort of series of books is coming to a close now.
Right.
So hopefully they might even announce like their next major sort of publishing initiative.
Okay. I know they have Del Rey, and Del Rey's usually down there, correct? On the console usually. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and the comic books as well. So yeah, plenty of things that, I mean, there's even like panels on. There's one called "I'm Your Father," vintage like Star Wars toys.
Yeah, we love
so. Talking about like the older like Star Wars toys, the Lego Star Wars,
like a Kenner and all the old OG stuff from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if Lego might be there. Like obviously Star Wars and Lego have had a very.
I think I did see something about that on their site. Let me see something here. Yeah, Lego was there. It is there. Or there. Yeah, there's Lego right there. They're gonna.
Oh yeah, Lego.
Join the adventure Star Wars Lego Celebration Japan and Bandai, which is an amazing company. Hot Toys and Hasbro, the whole gauntlet there. That's awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll be like, it'd be really cool if they could do like, I've seen like obviously in different locations like Lego, like just building like Lego sets. Yeah. So it'd be really cool if in celebrations there was like a giant Lego Star Wars kind of diorama. That would be really cool.
Let me see. I'm probably Darth Vader and built out of Legos or something.
So yeah, and they'll be obviously filming throughout the event, filming like different costumes, the displays, all the different things. Tokyo. So going back to Tokyo, a couple of things that I've booked is going up to Tokyo Tower, up the top of Tokyo Tower, which is kind of a big thing for me because I'm not normally a fan of heights.
Me either.
Sorry?
I mean, I don't like really high up either, but it's fun though.
Yeah, I've been told by someone I know who's been to Tokyo previously that on a good day, you can see like Mount Fushima.
Okay, wow.
hopefully when I go, I believe it's the Wednesday that I've booked to go. Hopefully that'll be a nice clear day and you can see the mountain and see all the surrounding areas. So that would be
super cool.
That would make some really nice shot. And then I'm going to like Team Labs Planet, I believe Team Labs Planet, which is like a digital. I sent you a link about it. It's like a digital like art museum, I suppose. So you walk through and like all the lights kind of alter the exhibits. I think that'll be a really cool experience. And I've booked to do that on the Tuesday, so plenty to do. And then obviously there's the historical side to Japan and Tokyo with like the various different shrines, the samurai history. So I can't wait to go and to film. Yeah, this is the Team Lab Planets.
That looks like fun.
This looks awesome. It's like you're in digital, also like you're in the Tron grid or something. That's awesome.
Perfect place
Look at that
for adults.
It's like you're in space.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to that too. That's all. That's super cool, man. What was the thing? Not like this is on steroids, but what was the thing we went to out in Vegas? It was like a Disney thing. We could run around with the leaves and all that.
Oh,
somewhere over at the Cosmopolitan.
It's like if they're telling you a story, but it's in you're in a room and the 360 was all, you can step, you can not touch it, but like get the leaves and walk through them. And they're telling you a story.
Yeah.
I'll remember the name right now.
There's so much stuff.
Yeah, because they'll have. I think we saw. Which one was it though? Was it
I forget.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
There's so much stuff.
Whenever we do go to Vegas for these events, like we do have a time that we take a break, and I'm always the one that's booking. I'm like, hey, let's do this exhibit. Let's do this one. And I'm the one that finds these random ones. Like we've done the dinosaur one that's in the horseshoe. That particular one is in the forums close to the Cosmopolitan. Yeah. And then we've done the Avenger Station, which is awesome. In the Treasure Island. Yeah. That one's there. I like that one.
All the Iron Man armors and all the props and everything. It's crazy. It's super cool. What other ones are down there?
We've done it's not on the strip. It's off the strip. It's a car show.
The movie car museum. That's really cool.
That one's really good. Like if you like the movie, the car. Well, it's not only in the movies because there's
television
a section.
Too. They got Knight Rider, Super Suit Mode. They got RoboCop's car. They even got the car from The Hangover, that Mercedes Benz that got totally trashed with that tiger.
They have and then the very last part of that car show is the Liberace.
Yeah, have all Liberace's cars back there in the far back of the exhibit. It's pretty cool. They got a little bit of everything.
There's so much more stuff than just to go gambling and Vegas.
Tons of it. There's an atomic museum that goes over all the atomic age stuff. They even have a pop culture exhibit inside of there for all the atomic comic books and things from like the 50s and 60s. And they have a wall of Geiger counters. And they have a Star Wars fans. They got a Star Trek The Experience dedication on a little exhibit in the front. It was a theme park that Paramount had put in the Hilton from 1997 to 2007, and it's dedicated to the decade that they had there for that. That's pretty cool. If you ever get to go to that, that was absolutely amazing. It was like on steroids. It was like Trek Mecca. But there's tons of stuff out there, and we want to go down to the Star Wars park out there in Disney World.
The Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, we want to go down to that. We're going to be going like 2 weeks down to Universal Studios in Hollywood. Universal City has a special event. It's called Fandom Fest Night, something like that. And they're going to have like 6 or 7 fandoms represented. They're going to be bringing the screen use Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Yeah, I think it's from April 25th. I think all the way to May 19th. It's kind of like how Six Flags also has a fan fest too, just like that. But we're just going on the opening night.
Correct. And the Fan Fest Nights is down there. Yeah, here it is right here. Let me bring this up on the screen real quick. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely. So they've got like 6 or 7 different fandoms represented at the event. and it's going to be Star Trek, One Piece anime, Dungeons and Dragons, Harry Potter, Super Nintendo World, and Back to the Future, which they're going to film on the lot where they have the clock tower down there, which that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
And this is the bridge of the Enterprise D screen used from Star Trek Picard Season 3. They're bringing it out of the archives, assembling it with live actors. This is going to be the Back to the Future lot. You've got the Dungeons and Dragons, One Piece anime, Harry Potter, Super Nintendo. That's the Super Nintendo World. They got all kind of stuff going on there. Exhibitions. And it goes on. April 25th is the first night. We're going there for the kickoff of that. These are all the different fandoms represented there. We're really looking forward to this. But the cool thing about this is the first time they've ever done anything like this. So we're really excited to kind of check this out. You've got a little bit of every kind of genre of pop culture represented at this event. So I'm really interested in seeing what they do with that. And they're even going to have, like they do at Celebration, they're going to have pop culture themed food, like sci-fi and pop culture food, like an actual like chefs coming down, like a head chef to cook.
Wow.
It'd be pretty cool.
That'd be exciting. You've got to send some pictures and videos.
All kinds of stuff. We'll be down there doing that. And then I think, what is it, like the next day or so, we're kicking it down to...
Actually, the time that we're done with this theme, we're just gonna drive straight to Las Vegas. It's 4 hours,
3.5, 4 hours. Yeah,
and then be ready for the Level Up on Saturday,
which is the big video game gaming pop culture expo down there in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
that's gonna be super cool. And then we do the Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention, which is the big Star Wars themed sci-fi, a little bit of everything, Ghostbusters, anything Battlestar, but it's a massive pop culture. You mentioned the vintage Star Wars toys. If you're looking for all your vintage high-end stuff, they've got everything, stuff from Japan, international.
It's not a Star Wars thing, but that's what the majority of the stuff that they have in that one.
They've got all of the actors from the Ninja Turtles will be there as well.
Oh, yeah.
From the original Ninja Turtles movies. And they've got just tons of stuff that's going on there that weekend at the ICCC. See if I can get this up here. Here it is right there in Nashville, Tennessee. There it is. So this is ICCC's website. The Imperial Commissary. So Michael Havens runs the groups. He created the world's largest collection of collector groups on the internet and Facebook. He's got a podcast, and he's got IC for Life, which is a charity foundation. We'll be bringing him on in a couple of weeks to talk more about that. But it's a charity organization where they can raise funds and kind of, people say like your husband dies and he leaves about $100,000, $200,000 of Star Wars or collectibles. They can actually help you leverage and get the top dollar for that. And also they use funds to hold more of these events to bring awareness for all the cool pop culture and collecting and all that cool awesomeness. There's some of their guests that they're going to have this year. They're going to have a whole bunch. This is their sponsorship page, some of the organization. And then you've got the guests. Work's going to be there. He's going to be there there he is. There's him, and there's his son, Harrison Davis. They're going to be down there. You're going to have Brendan Wayne, one of the main guys. So you've got Pedro Pascal, and you've got two other guys, Brendan Wayne and Barry Lowen. They're the other Mando. They do all the heavy stunts and everything. These are the original Shredder from the original Ninja Turtles first movie. Splinter, you got King Scott, who was Raphael, and all kind of goodies, a little bit of everything in this one. Roger Christensen, we're really looking forward to talking with him because he's like a legend in all kind of Academy Award for Revolutionary War. He's a genius also. Andy is going to be there. I played Watto. It's endless. It's tons. You can see, as you can see. That's our buddy Steven Costantino. He's going to be a super cool dude. He's a musician as well, a very gifted musician at that. So you got some of the guys who mentioned Kenner. They have people from Kenner Toys actually work there, like all the designers and people that work heavily with Kenner, like this guy here, Freddie. I've never talked with him.
Yeah, and majority of them sell their original pieces. Yeah.
Star Wars.
We've bought some pieces from the original Kenner designers of.
Yeah. So I've got a few pieces of sketch art from them, and also I've got to interview some of those guys. They're really nice guys, and women too. There was a lady there, she worked with some of the Barbie or something like that from Mattel or something like that, and she transitioned over to she did a whole bunch of stuff like back in the 70s and 80s. Pretty interesting stuff. There's just so much. There's so much pop culture going on these days. So. But we wanted to bring you on today to talk about this. For people that are watching us, tell them what you're going to be. You're going to be down there. We're also going to be bringing you on each day on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday about 11 p.m. your time, which is 9 p.m. CST. You're about 14 hours ahead in Tokyo, I believe.
Yes. So we'll be streaming live each morning, the 3 days of celebration. So that'll be really exciting. Hoping to show you around, walk around the like the convention floor, possibly even seeing if there's like a fan willing to talk, or if there's some cosplayers that we can.
Or
display.
Someone maybe from the 501st would be cool too. Somebody to bring them on to talk about what they do. Amazing stuff.
Sorry,
somebody from the 501st would be cool too.
Yeah. So that'd be cool. And then, as part of my filming that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be talking to a few of the fans down there, and obviously videoing them. Because that was really fun. So when we attended Star Wars Celebration last year, 2023, sorry, in London, did some filming there and interviewed loads of different fans. So going to be doing that again, and that'll be fun. And looking forward to going. It's so close now.
Close to 1 week away, man. About 1 week and 1 day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. You got Diego Luna's there. That's awesome. Andor. I bet they're gonna do some. I know they're not gonna do a third season of Andor. But do you think? Just a question. Do you see Skeleton Crew? And if so, I think you did actually.
Skeleton Crew. Yeah, I saw that. That was. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. You think they'll do a second season? I hope so.
I hope so as well. That would be quite nice if. Yeah, there are some surprise announcements there that aren't that haven't been telegraphed to the panel announced. That would be really cool. It'd be really nice if we got some news on Sean Levy's Star Wars movie as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, that'd be nice if we could get some kind of just random surprise news. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yes. I know that for Ahsoka season 2, the late Ray Stevenson had passed away. They recast him. Man, it was amazing as Baylan Skoll. That was solid gold. But what do you think? I guess they're going to continue the story with kind of the heirs of the Empire, which is like kind of loosely based on the Thrawn trilogy that Timothy Zahn did, correct?
Yes. Yes. So he's been recast. Rory McCann has been put into Baylan's. Will be playing Baylan. So yeah, I think they are sort of looking to do Heir to the Empire, or a loose adaptation of that. I think that's sort of like the crux of Dave Filoni's movie, which they announced a couple of years ago, will be. I think that's basically what it's going to be, even though they've so far not really said that, but it looks like that will be that. But yeah, Ahsoka season 2. They've kind of been teasing like the Mortis gods in that as well.
Big statues at the end of Ahsoka, yeah.
So it'd be nice to see if we get some kind of more cryptic hints about what their involvement will be on that going forward. I think it's starting to film in London. Either if it's not filming in London already, it's going to start in the next few weeks, I think.
Oh wow!
So that's why I think a lot of the stars of Ahsoka aren't in Japan, because they're all in London.
You just got. It looks like just Rosario is going to be down there for that, and you've got some of the older ones, and Diego, of course, for Andor.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, plenty of stars and
tons of stuff. We even got Mad Mikkelsen's going to be there from. He was in James Bond, of course, too. That's when I first saw him. Casino Royale, man. Yeah. You seen Rogue One? That's one of the. I mean, I love that movie. It's absolutely
Rogue One. Yeah, it's great. Obviously, with the end of Andor's going to lead into Rogue One, so that'll be really interesting to see. And obviously, looking very much forward to Andor season 2.
Am I correct that Andor, each episode is like a year or something, like coming up, like building up to Rogue One, correct? Because when he joins and something like that.
Yeah, so there's 3 episodes, and each one is going to be a year.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So the first set of 3 take place 4 years before Rogue One.
Okay.
Then the second set of 3 take place 3 years, then 2 years, then 1 year, and then
Awesome.
So, yeah, that'll be sort of to see how like the rebellion develop, and yeah, see what incites them and see more of Stellan Skarsgård's character, Luthen Rail, more of Mon Mothma as well. So, be exciting.
We were actually talking with the late Colin Cantwell's significant partner yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about how they featured his design for the Cantwell class Star Destroyer. When we mentioned Luthen's great escape when he blasts the deflector shield and gets out of there with the big laser thingamajig and all that. By the way, if any fans are watching, if you go to ColinCantwells.com site, our promo code is SciFi, SCIFI, and get some deals on the awesome art they have there. But I just love the series. It's kind of a different take on Star Wars because you don't have Jedi. It's mostly just kind of like focusing on the rebellion minus the Skywalker saga and the Jedi, of course, which come later, which is super cool. And that new trailer looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see Diego just doing that TIE fighter and all that. Also.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. So yeah, like you say, it's a completely like kind of different take on Star Wars. I quite like how it deals with like how they grow a revolution.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues and how it becomes more sort of unified and more organized as it progresses into like the rebellion proper. So that will be very cool. And see some sort of what sort of set piece moments they feature, because I've seen Andor season 1, obviously they had more limited action episodes, I guess, but when there were the action, they were like very intense and like very. So looking forward to seeing what they do for that. Again, don't have to wait too long for that as well. So
I know it's going to be in April. Can't wait. You think that we may even have some early teaser content you were saying for that, maybe possibly, right? Maybe.
Unfortunately, so I did try to get. Well, I did get in touch with Disney, but unfortunately, they said that it wasn't that available to give to me. Unfortunately,
it's all good. It's all good. We'll be down there though. Maybe one day we'll have Diego on. He can talk about all the Andor awesomeness. Well, I wanted to thank you for joining us today, and I can look forward to having you on next week and all this. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you for having me on, and yes, I look forward to being on in a week's time in Tokyo and on the convention floor and sharing all the videos and photos that I'll be taking.
Awesome. Well, you have a good day, and we'll see you soon, Kieran. May the force be with you always.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.